You bought the navy blazer, the white shirt, the loafers, and it still looks like a costume, not a life. That is not your fault. It is what every Ralph Lauren for less list leaves out. But a pink ruffled dress, a cream linen suit, a severe brown blazer, a velvet column, a field jacket, a silk scarf, a riding boot. These pieces share no color, no silhouette, no occasion, and yet they belong to the same world. Today I want to show you the visual system beneath the brand, why it can mix sport, tailoring, romance, and ruggedness without turning into costume. No dupes, polo shirts, or borrowed country house fantasy. I will also build 3 outfits from clothes you probably already own so you can see exactly where the effect comes from. Because Ralph Lauren is not really selling an outfit, he is selling the feeling that the woman wearing it already has a life. When people describe Ralph Lauren, they usually reach for colors and objects: navy, camel, cream, red, Oxford shirts, cable knits, riding boots, suede jackets, gold buttons. But look across the current collections and that explanation falls apart. Summer moves through romantic dresses, linen, and sport. Fall 2026 turns to brown tailoring, velvet, leather, leopard, and metal. Resort changes again, toward pale tailoring, satin, and long black columns. The products change, the colors change, the level of formality changes. What survives is not a palette. It is a way of constructing a person. Ralph Lauren begins with a character before he begins with a garment. She may be a city editor, a summer traveler, or a country modernist. The clothes act as clues. A field jacket suggests activity. A blazer suggests authority. A silk scarf suggests memory. A velvet dress suggests evening, while a riding boot underneath it tells us she did not become fragile when the sun went down. You do not need to know her name. You feel that she existed before the camera found her. That is Ralph Lauren's deeper promise, not luxury. Cinematic belonging. I call the system the Wardrobe Biography. A convincing Ralph Lauren outfit answers 5 questions. Who is the character? Which uniform has she borrowed? Where is the opposite pull? Which object proves a story and which clue returns? 1. The character cast. Before choosing clothes, decide who the outfit belongs to. Not your age, not your body type, not your literal profession. I mean the visual role you want to inhabit for that day. The city editor, the summer voyager, the country modernist, the evening hostess. This may sound theatrical, but it is more practical than beginning with a trend. A trend tells you which item is fashionable. A character tells you which items belong together. The summer voyager may need a linen shirt, white trousers, a leather belt, and a woven bag. The city editor may need a relaxed blazer, a fluid skirt, and a purposeful bag. One clear identity edits the wardrobe for you. The copy fails when it tries to play 4 characters at once. A crest blazer, riding boots, striped shirt, saddlebag, and cable knit do not create more Ralph Lauren. They create a costume department. Choose one world. 2. The borrowed uniform. Most Ralph Lauren looks begin with one piece that once belonged to a recognizable activity or role. An Oxford shirt, a field jacket, a trench, a riding-inspired blazer, a wide pleated trouser, a workwear coat. These garments were not invented only to look attractive. They carried a function, and function gives them authority. That is why one useful-looking piece can ground a simple outfit before jewelry or color enters the picture. For women over 45, this is especially valuable. The uniform piece creates presence without stiffness or excessive decoration, but use one. If the blazer is the borrowed uniform, let the boots be simple. If the field jacket carries the story, you do not also need a safari shirt, cargo trousers, and an expedition bag. One uniform makes the reference sophisticated. 4 make it literal. And if you already own one good field jacket or one relaxed blazer and wear it constantly, you were right. That instinct is the whole system. 3. The opposite pull. This is the mechanism most copies miss. Ralph Lauren establishes one energy, then introduces its opposite. Masculine tailoring meets a soft neckline, a rugged jacket meets a fluid skirt, a severe shirt meets romantic jewelry. A riding boot appears beneath an evening dress. That opposition keeps heritage from becoming a museum display. It creates tension, and tension gives the outfit life. The standard imitation copies the recognizable item and leaves it beside pieces from the same emotional family. Blazer, shirt, tailored trouser, loafer, structured bag. Nothing is wrong with them, but every piece is speaking in the same voice. Now change only one. Keep the blazer and trouser, but add satin. Keep the field jacket, but place it over a moving skirt. Keep the crisp shirt, but add a large curved earring. The outfit wakes up. The opposite pull does not mean dressing younger or showing more skin. Softness can come from drape, sheen, movement, an open collar, a rounded bag, or a scarf. The principle is not masculine plus sexy. It is structure plus release. If you want the 5 questions on one page, with the 3 outfit formulas, I have put them into a free 1-page card. The link is below or scan the QR code. 4. The evidence object. This is where accessories stop being decoration and begin telling the story. Notice how often Ralph Lauren uses a broad belt, a scarf close to the neck, a substantial boot, a brooch on menswear, aged-looking metal, a watch, a chain, or a bag that could actually carry something. These objects convince us that the character has habits. The belt is not there because the waist looked empty. It controls the layers and suggests utility. The scarf is not there because the outfit needed more color. It suggests travel, weather, memory, or ritual. The brooch makes a borrowed menswear shape feel owned. The boot changes how the woman moves. This is why the most useful Ralph Lauren-inspired purchase may not be the blazer. It may be the belt that makes an ordinary blazer look as though it belongs to someone. For a mature wardrobe, choose one evidence object with presence. One strong belt, one good scarf, one piece of metal, one bag with shape or patina. Evidence must look discovered, not applied. And the scarf you keep reaching for is not a habit you should break. It is already your evidence. 5. The returning clue. The final technique is one detail repeated somewhere else in the outfit. Cognac leather in the belt and shoe, silver in a buckle and bracelet, a rounded brooch answered by a curved bag, a stripe in the shirt picked up by a narrow line in the scarf. The repetition tells the eye that the outfit is intentional, but the pieces should not look ordered as a set. Ralph Lauren allows the browns to be related rather than identical. The metals recognize each other without arriving in a box together. Coordination says, I bought these together. The returning clue says, these found each other over time. Now we can answer the question in the title. The outfit looks expensive because the eye receives several forms of value at once. The borrowed uniform gives authority. The opposite pull gives complexity. The evidence object gives history. The returning clue gives intention. And the character cast gives everything a reason to exist. None of that requires a visible logo. A logo can even weaken the effect when it becomes the only proof of identity. The brand also relies on surface contrast. dry tweed beside soft velvet, crisp cotton beside worn leather, a fuzzy knit over liquid satin, matte wool interrupted by metal. When every item has the same smooth finish, an affordable outfit can look flat. When surfaces respond to light differently, even a limited palette gains depth. So do not spend your entire budget trying to improve every garment equally. Build contrast. A plain cotton shirt can look far more considered beside suede, silk, or substantial leather than beside 5 other plain cotton pieces. This is where Ralph Lauren requires a different shopping method from Max Mara. Max Mara depends heavily on construction. Ralph Lauren is closer to casting a film. No affordable retailer should be asked to produce the entire world. Use each one for a single job. Uniqlo can supply the invisible base, linen shirts, Oxford-style shirts, and fine merino layers. These pieces create a clean surface beneath the character pieces. Arket can supply the masculine frame, relaxed blazers, and wide tailored trousers with enough length and ease to keep heritage references current. Banana Republic can supply the expedition layer, field jackets, chore coats, utility pockets, and linen outerwear. Take the functional layer, not the complete adventure story. Cass can supply the fluid opposite. Satin, draped skirts, bias dresses, and soft evening surfaces. It works because it brings a different energy to the blazer or field jacket. Massimo Dutti can supply the evidence object. Broad belts, suede, substantial buckles, boots, and bags. Take the punctuation, not the whole sentence. J. Crew can supply one East Coast uniform piece, an Oxford shirt, cable knit, or classic blazer. Stop before the complete preppy set appears. And for patina, the best source may be vintage or second-hand. An older leather belt, silk scarf, brooch, softened denim jacket, or handled bag can give the outfit the one thing a newly delivered head-to-toe look cannot manufacture. Time. The shopping formula is simple. One source for the borrowed uniform, one for the opposite pull, one for the evidence object. 3 sources are enough. Now let us prove the system without beginning with a shopping basket. Start with the clothes many women already own. A pale shirt, a dark or neutral trouser, and a simple shoe. Look 1. The City Editor. Add the relaxed brown, navy, or charcoal blazer you already wear. Open the shirt slightly. Add a soft scarf or fluid top. Use one substantial belt, then let its leather return in the shoe or bag. The blazer is the borrowed uniform. The silk creates the opposite pull. The belt is the evidence object. The returning leather finishes the thought. You did not need a different wardrobe. You needed the pieces to play different roles. Look 2, the country modernist. Keep the same shirt. Exchange the trouser for any fluid midi skirt you own. Add a utility jacket, a simple tall boot, and one brooch or strong earring against the rugged layer. The jacket gives function. The moving skirt releases it. The boot proves the character can walk somewhere. The metal returns once and stops. If you have kept that practical jacket because it works every autumn, you were not holding on to the past. You were holding on to authority. Look 3. The Summer Voyager. Wear the shirt loose with white cream, stone, or white trousers. Add a woven bag, a cognac belt, and dark sunglasses. Roll the sleeve as you naturally would. Let the bag and belt relate without becoming identical. The clothes are ordinary, but the woman appears to be going somewhere. That is the entire point. The effect did not come from buying a Ralph Lauren look. It came from giving familiar clothes a biography. The same shirt has now belonged to 3 different women because the surrounding pieces changed its role. That is why this method can refresh a wardrobe without replacing the wardrobe. And perhaps this is why the system becomes more useful, not less useful, as we get older. At 20, fashion often helps us invent a person we might become. At 50, 60, or 70, you already have the material. Places you have lived, work you have done, objects you keep, ways you travel, fabrics you trust, a scarf you reach for, a jacket that changes how you stand. And perhaps this is why Ralph Lauren shows are awaited with such devotion. We are not watching to see whether he has adopted a new trend or introduced another new detail. We are waiting to enter that world again, to breathe in its confidence, freedom, achievement, and possibility. Each collection feels like proof that the life we once imagined still exists and that perhaps we already belong inside it. Ralph Lauren is not merely selling the American dream. For the length of the show, he allows us to experience it. You do not need to borrow somebody else's country house, yacht, or family history. You need to make your own life visible. That is what Ralph Lauren understands better than almost anyone. And the affordable version begins when you stop asking, "Where can I buy this look?" and start asking 5 better questions. Who is the character? Which uniform has she borrowed? Where is the opposite pull? Which object proves the story? And which clue returns? Tell me in the comments which biography feels most like you, the city editor, the country modernist, or the summer voyager.